Yeah, sure. So the first thing...
You know, I'm not very good at doing interviews.
No? Why is that?
I don't know.
No, you seem to have a natural flow to me.
Really?
Yeah, I think so.
It's more about talking about yourself. I find that makes me quite uncomfortable talking about myself.
Yeah?
Because that means that you assume that you're interesting.
Right.
And that let me talk about myself. So I've never really been very good at that, but I'm very happy to talk to you. So
Okay, good.
Happy to hear it.
Let's do what we can do.
So the first thing I wanted to ask is, now that Gorillaz seems to be taking a bit of a pause, maybe, what kind of new projects do you have on your horizon?
Bit of a pause. Is that based on Damon's quote in the press about we might not do something for 10 years?
Yes, I think that's generally where, and also during the concerts, Damon has sort of made a mention that maybe will be some time before we see them live again.
No, I think we've been doing this, we've done 2 albums back to back, so I started working on Humans at the end of 2014.
Wow.
So it's four years of nothing but Gorillaz.
Amazing.
And we love to do Gorillaz because this is where we get to do exactly what we want. It's our baby. So, and we have this amazing fan base, and we love to do Gorillaz. But I think we're just both a bit tired. Damon more than me because he's been on the road for 2 years, and you're away from your family, and it's exhausting.
Yeah, of course it must be.
And I've drawn a lot of shit.
Yes, no question about that.
And so I think there will be a break, but it's not going to be 10 years. In 10 years, I'm going to be fucking 60 years old. It's not going to be 10 years. We're going to have a break. We're going to have a break. Damon's got projects. I've got a Gorillaz-related project.
Oh,
but I can't really talk about it yet.
Okay.
But it's something that could take a couple of years to put together.
Ah, very good.
So you might not see anything for a couple of years, but there's something that I'm working on that Damon will become a part of later. Because I need to start, but I can't tell you what it is because it'll I don't want to talk about it before it's happening.
That's
otherwise,
okay.
everyone's going to be asking about it for 2 years. And
understandable.
It might not come off.
Understandable.
Because nothing is certain. You have an idea and you want to do it, and you spend a year working on it, and then it doesn't come off.
So would you say then that certainly maybe the energy between the two of you is that you do want to continue doing more Gorillaz even than what we have so far?
Gorillaz is how we get to express ourselves and to do exactly what we want. And we've built up a very large family of creative people, artists and musicians. I mean, Gorillaz has started me and Damon, and now there's a lot of people involved. You have the Hypnotic Brass, you have De La Soul, you have Snoop Dogg. All these people are part of the Gorillaz family. So there's no way we would just stop now. That would be a ridiculous thing to do. So we just need a break, that's all.
That sounds good to us. Yeah, totally fair.
A lot of fans who watch the behind-the-scenes stuff of you and Damon and all these creative individuals in the studio end up feeling, really positive and inspired about a lot of things.
It's always fun.
That energy working together. Yeah.
It's always fun. It's never a chore. We always enjoy working on Gorillaz, but there's this, and then we go to Mexico City, and then it's like, have a little break.
Yeah.
Because
we're
50 now. We're 50 years old now. If we keep going like this, we won't make it to 60. So it's just downtime. That's all. But
so
there will be more.
Wonderful news.
Yeah.
You mentioned that you feel that Gorillaz is the avenue where you can express yourself fully. Do you believe it's sort of in the same way that Damon gets some sort of, freedom, creative freedom by using the mask of the virtual band?
Yeah.
Do you feel the same way that you have some creative freedom that is found by donning that same mask?
Well, I kind of always have the creative freedom because I'm behind the scenes and I'm an artist, and I can switch from drawing comics to doing pictures of pine trees to taking photographs without anybody getting upset by that. But I think for Damon it was Blur for a long time, and for Blur to kind of suddenly start making hip hop music, the fan base would be like, but with Gorillaz it allows him to experiment with many different music genres. So for me now, I can always kind of do what I want.
Okay.
And every Gorillaz album I try to draw in a different style and try to, that's just to make it interesting for me. I don't want to be drawing the same kind of style and the same sort of pictures forever, because it just gets boring.
Sure.
And then you just become on a treadmill, and I don't really want to be like that. So it's easier. I always get to do what I want.
Good.
And now that Gorillaz is established and it has a fan base, no one can tell us what to do.
Because you have now this,
we've proved that it works, and so people come on board. The last couple of albums we've had to get involved with companies who invest money into Gorillaz, because record companies don't have money anymore. And if we want to make these lovely animated videos and we want to do these big shows, it needs to be funded. So we're careful about who we work with, but obviously, you team up with someone like Beats or G-Shock, it's a good collaboration because everybody wins and everyone enjoys it, and so yeah.
Speaking of the Casio collaboration, I have noticed personally, you and Damon are both very stylish individuals.
Really?
Who would you say between the two of you is the best dressed?
I'll let you answer that.
Okay,
question.
all right. One question that all the fans have had is regarding a particular piece of Gorillaz art that is one of the most amazing. That would be the physical model of Plastic Beach. What is the fate that has befallen the physical Plastic Beach?
It's in storage.
Oh, okay.
It's in storage. I think it's in a storage facility off the M25 in a big box. And we will take it out of storage when we need it. No, we'd never get rid of that.
It's one of the most amazing, gorgeous things. Yeah.
It's like Tracy Island from Thunderbirds, isn't it?
It's incredible.
Yeah. No, that's in storage.
Okay,
a lot of stuff is in storage. We don't get rid of stuff once we've made it. No, we try to keep it.
What kind of lost media do you have on the visual side of Gorillaz? We've heard in recent interview with Hallelujah Monkeys, For Life Cyphers mentioned that they had an original concept art sketch that was done by you for their appearance on the first record.
For what?
For Life Cypher, the original.
Yeah.
They said that you had done some concept art of their imagery. Is that true?
I drew them as animated characters. Yeah. But it wasn't used.
Yeah, what other kinds of lost media are there?
There's tons.
Any other collaborators that had some animated representation?
I'm trying to think. I think a lot of the collaborators I at some point contemplated doing them as animation, and then decided against it. So there's drawings that exist of everybody, but that kind of didn't work for me. I mean, for the Melancholy Hill video, it made sense to have them animated in the submarines because it fitted with the idea of the video. But I think we decided that if we have collaborators, we put them in the video and have animation around them. But they were all drawn up as animated versions of them.
That's awesome.
But they were never put in the public domain. But yeah, there's tons of that stuff. Yeah, not everything makes it into the mix.
Sure.
And if you had any idea the amount of songs that have been written for Gorillaz that didn't get released yet, when Damon makes an album, he will make 70 demos, and then it gets boiled down to 30, and then it gets boiled down further, and then you've got 12 songs that go. There's a lot of music that's not been heard yet.
The Plastic Beach era is famous for this.
Yeah, I've seen that. I love this idea. Yeah.
I was hoping, we don't want to use you as a courier or anything, that you could maybe pass this off to.
He's aware of this.
He is?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
That's very good.
That's awesome. Yeah.
We're aware of everything.
Really?
Of course.
Does he keep up with the fans in some way?
Of course he does. Yeah, absolutely. He's not on social media, but he knows. He knows what people are saying. Of course. I mean, that's the great thing about social media is the feedback you get from the fans. We read it and we listen to it. We take it seriously. I know which is the most popular character. I know, sorry. Got friends who are stuck.
That's okay. Yeah.
No problem. We're aware of this.
I hope it picks up steam. I know a lot of people will be very happy to.
Yeah, it's just that maybe those things aren't finished yet. There's songs that were worked up to a point and they're not quite finished. So for that to happen, you'd have to master them. You'd have to mix them and master them, and you'd have to write finished lyrics for them. A lot of them have guide lyrics on at the moment.
I think one thing Damon doesn't understand about a lot of the core Gorillaz fan base is they love those guide lyrics.
Yeah,
me too.
Yeah.
I love the guide lyrics.
That's what 2D is to a lot of people.
Because you're going to go, what's he saying? Then you make up your own lyrics.
Yeah, exactly.
And we all know it by heart and sing something different.
And then he sings it live and you have no idea what he's talking about.
Yeah.
Let's see. The one thing that we noticed about the Now Now's visuals is that all of the new songs have unique videos that are not online in any other form. Could you tell us maybe a little bit about some of the thought process behind some of the Now live video tracks?
For the live show?
Yeah, the visuals.
Yeah, the visuals for the Now songs all have very interesting videos.
Like, you're very involved in the process for making those, right?
Oh yeah, of course, yeah. Well, that's just, when you do a live show, we don't have videos for every song on every album, so you have to generate new visuals.
Yeah.
So that's we work with this company Block 9, who worked with us on Humans and on this album, who are amazing, and they've been putting the visuals together. But I oversee it. But I'm one person, you know.
Yes.
Yeah, there's only so much you can do.
The problem for me in Gorillaz is I'm the only artist, so it's too much.
Have you ever thought about getting collaborators the way Damon gets collaborators for the music?
Yeah, but it's hard to find collaborators that I want to work with.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, obviously on the animation front, I work with people, and Block 9, we do the visuals. They do the visuals for the live shows, but the actual physical drawing of the characters and stuff, no, I haven't found anybody yet.
Wow.
And I'm quite particular, so
Yeah.
I'd be like, no, not like that. Give it. And I'd redraw it. So I do what I can do, and then, you know, with stuff like this, they come on board and get involved.
One question that I was told had some interest is, you know, obviously Gorillaz have some huge fans on both sides and on all sides of everything that the project does. What is the most interesting thing that a fan has given you as a gift?
We got some nice Gorillaz wrestling masks in Mexico.
Wrestling masks. Oh wow.
Yeah, some bespoke wrestling
I think I
masks.
saw some of those when you guys
They
played
were
last
cool.
time in
Wow.
Mexico City.
Somebody gave me they made a replica of the Stylo car, like a Matchbox version. It's been loads of stuff. I think the wrestling masks were really cool. I'm trying to think. I might have to come back to it.
Okay. Yeah. Sure.
I think a question that every fan is dying to know the answer to is if you can give us a definitive statement on the fate of the evangelist from Plastic Beach.
The Fate of the Evangelist.
Yeah.
Yes.
The Evangelist is living in the back of my head. He's caught in the quagmire of my darkest thoughts, and he might get released at some point. But he's kind of, you know, like we have a good side and a bad side. My bad side keeps him prisoner, but he might let him out. He might resurface, you know. They all have the ability to resurface these characters. It depends how they fit into the storyline and stuff. But yeah, he's there, the evangelist. I forgot about him.
What's your favorite animated series going on right now?
Right now?
outside of Gorillaz.
Adventure Time, probably.
Yeah.
It's a good one.
Adventure
Yeah.
Time's pretty cool.
Fucking love it.
You mean news? Well, probably Adventure Time's my favourite I've seen in a while. But you know, I kind of loved all the sort of Dexter's Lab, Powerpuff Girls, Samurai Jack, that kind of stuff.
Seeing Ace involved in the band,
Yeah.
has been really cool for a lot of people.
Yeah, it was cool, but he wasn't allowed to speak.
Is that what happened?
Oh.
Well, it kind of got complicated because I know Craig McCracken, so I said, can we use Ace? And he said, yeah, of course you can, but I don't own the characters anymore. You've got to speak to Cartoon Network. So we got in touch with Cartoon Network, and they said, yeah, sure, you can use him, but here's a list of things he can't say or do, because obviously they don't, you can't take someone else's character and then, have him doing drugs and whatever. I don't know. They said he can't take drugs, he can't drink, and he can't have any interaction with prostitutes. And I said, but our characters don't do that. It's not what we're about. And then I wanted him to talk in the trans video. I had a whole section at the beginning of the video, before the video started, where Ace and Tootie are having a conversation. And we wrote the script for it. And then, of course, the logistics of getting Cartoon Network to sign off and getting the voice actor in a studio became very complicated. And then there was a budget attached to that went way beyond what we had to spend. And at the end, I had to let it go. And I was really disappointed because I felt that if he didn't speak at some point, then it didn't feel like he was really there. And because I love the way he speaks, Ace, with his kind of Joe Pesci Queen's accent. Yeah. And it just, logistically, it became difficult. Like for me, the idea of having animation characters cross over, something I've always really been into. And it's very hard to pull off because nobody wants to swap their characters. But Cartoon Network were cool, and they said, yeah, you can use Ace, no problem, blah, blah, blah. But then when it came to him talking, it was like, what's he saying? How long is he saying it for? We're going to get the voice actor, blah, 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 and then the voice actor's got to be paid, and then you've got to get a studio, and then suddenly the budget we had, which we were hitting the budget, we didn't have enough, and then it was another X grand on top of that, and we just couldn't afford it. So he couldn't speak, and I was a bit disappointed, because I wanted him to say,
everybody loved it.
Hey, 2D, and he was gonna say something to 2D. But anyway, I have a plan for a future with that character, but I need to sign that off with Cartoon Network.
Okay, good.
I'd like to use him again. I love this character.
We were all very excited
Yeah,
to see him. He looks awesome.
Sometimes you have an idea and it's a great idea, but you forget that in order for the idea to happen, you have to get permission from other people. And you don't always get, but Cartoon Network were cool, don't get me wrong, they were really cool with us. But logistically, we couldn't get him to do the certain things we wanted him to do. So.
Going back deeper into some of the Gorillaz iconography and imagery, you have many logos that involve sort of these strange, whimsical characters, such as in the first album era, 2D was wearing a shirt that had a pink rabbit that shoot to ill. What goes? Do these characters? When you develop them, do you have sort of even like a backstory as to what the logo means or anything like that?
No, sometimes I just draw stuff and then I completely forget about it. I don't know. It just seemed like a nice idea for a T-shirt. I don't know. There's just lots of that stuff going on. I don't even remember that. Yes,
yeah.
Shoot to
Yeah.
Pink Rabbit says. Pazuzu was my favorite.
Oh, we love Pazuzu.
Because I'm a big fan of the film movie Exorcist. Choose Pazuzu, and of course, nobody owns Pazuzu because that's a very old.
It's like
that's
ancient
thousands of years old.
Yeah.
So nobody owns that.
Yeah.
So we can do what we want with that. But no, those kind of things, they just come to me and they go in there. I mean, they're just it's an excuse to use stuff.
So in theory, for the next album, you can have Pazuzu smoking, drinking, and hanging out with prostitutes.
Yeah.
Right?
Exactly. No, but we don't do that.
You have the option to it.
We have options, yeah. Well, he's back, you see. He's all over the place, Pazuzu.
I know a lot of people who came in here, we saw that, and we were like, oh shit, Pazuzu's
he's back.
on the main stage.
He's back. He will always be around. Even out of what we do, he exists. So yeah.
Let's see. Is there anything a message for the fans, anything you would want to tell them?
I would like to tell the fans that I find it very helpful and very encouraging and inspiring to read their comments and understand what they're into and what they're not into and what they like and what they don't like. It kind of helps with the creative process, But then sometimes it doesn't help. But I'm not going to pinpoint certain things. But that's the great thing about social media. You go, wow, okay, I know all this stuff I didn't know about. I understand how the fans think, what they like, what pisses them off. So yeah, it's very useful.
Is there any collaborator that you want Damon to get involved with on the music side?
I want to work with Bill Murray, not musically. Just like to get Bill Murray to do something with us because I love Bill Murray. We wanted to work with Tom Waits for a while, but he was busy. But no, Bill Murray would be good. That made me happy.
I would love that too.
Yeah. He's the hardest man in the world to get in touch with, apparently. He doesn't have a phone.
Oh, wow, really? We saw, when I met Damon in Philadelphia, I saw he doesn't have as wide a knowledge on cellular phone technology as maybe other people at my age.
Damon loses his phone all the
Very
time.
much an old man when it comes to...
Yeah, he doesn't care about that. He just got an iPhone, actually, for the first time. And he's like, whoa. And he'll go, here's my phone. He'll put it down like that. And then he'll walk away and he'll say, where's my phone? And then it's lost. He loses about 5 phones a month.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. He doesn't really care about phones. So he's not a slave to the phone.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah.
Steve Jobs didn't get Damon.
Good, yeah. Not yet.
Not yet.
Gosh, it's been wonderful talking to you. At this time, I don't have any other questions for you.
It's cool. That was good. Thank you.
Yeah, we really appreciate that you took the time to talk to us.
It's a pleasure.
I don't know if you guys are here in California much longer. Maybe you and Damon would be interested in talking to both of us together.
Maybe.
I'll talk to Susie about it.
Yeah, talk to Susie.
Yeah, but
we tend not to do interviews together.
Okay.
Just because we've known each other so long. It's like,
Yeah. think about it. You haven't had a fan interview together like this one, I think. So
talk to Susie. Maybe she could arrange.
yeah. If you're interested, I'll let her know. It really was so wonderful talking to you. Thank you so much for everything you've done for us.
We have for you a little something. I know you saw this, but now you can have a near mint condition.
That's great.
This is the fanzine. It's put together by people that just are enormous fans of your work and Damon's.
That's great. I love
There's
it.
many.
Gorillaz-Unofficial. This is good artwork, man.
Yeah, people work hard.
It's great artwork. Fucking hell. Keith. Thank you very much. We'll have a proper read of that later.
All right,
Thank you for taking a look.
Hey, thanks, guys.
And
Yeah,
again,
it was our
you
pleasure.
can get just these two and Damon.
Yeah, I'm going to put that in his hand when he comes.
We have
He might be here soon, so you might be able to do that.
This is literally the thousands of people that signed it.
Well, he's literally turning up in 10 minutes, so
Should we stay here? What do you...
stick around.
Okay, all right.
Let's have a seat. We'll pretend
Yeah,
like
sure.
we're busy.
Thank you so much for
Yeah,
talking
thank you
to
so
us. It
much.
was really
It's been a
wonderful.
pleasure. Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Take care.